Hello guys, so today I'm gonna talk about the reasons why I wanted to give the theory test in order to get the flyer's ID and operator's ID. So the reasons why is basically I lost my drone a couple of weeks ago. I lost connection, so I was wondering, what if I try to read all the theory tests, register my new drone, and get the operator's ID. So now I have operator's ID and flyer's ID. That's my new drone basically. So as you can see, here is the label, this black little mark here is the label I gave to my new drone. And here's the operator's ID. Here's my flyer's ID, and that lasts for 5 years. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but yeah. That's why I wanted to give the theory test and pass the theory test. Was just for my own good. You don't need to give the test and have flyer's ID if you own an aircraft or drone that weighs less than 250 grams, and mine is 249 grams. But I was like, why not to read all the laws and regulations, which might help me in the future. And of course I will not stay in this Mavic Mini or Mini 2 or Mini 3, whatever. I'm thinking that I will invest in the future in bigger aircraft drone, and why not investing a little bit of time learning more about the things that I should learn. Basically, to be honest, when you're owning a drone that includes a camera and like Mavic Mini, you must do it just for your own good, and why I've done it, and I think that everyone has to do that. I've learned a lot between me and you. If you break the law, you could end up in prison. That's true, yeah. Not only fines, but prison. So yeah, try to be a little bit more, aware about where you're flying your drone, what you're doing, what's the distance of your drone yourself. Try to watch where the drone is going without using telephoto zoom lens and stuff like that. Just because you need to make sure that the drone is safe and you're safe and all the people below the drone are safe. If you don't, then it's very risky. And to be honest, for my first 3 weeks I was flying like a baby. I was flying like I don't know, I've seen it like a game, but it's not, this drone is not a toy. For me, the trouble was to lose my drone, my first drone, but my first Mavic Mini basically. You can read the drone and model aircraft code in the Civil Aviation Authority. You can Google it and you can find out what I'm talking about. And there are 40, basically, that's the theory, and it prepares you in order to pass the theory test. And there are 40 questions, and the pass mark is 30. So they're basically more or less, I can say that 30 of them are very important. Basically, everything is important there. But the fees for the test, basically, in order to get the operator's ID, you have to pay £9, and for the flyer's ID, you need nothing. It's free. So the test, in order to get the flyer's ID, it's £0. That's cool. That's cool, UK, As I said, you don't need to have the theory test if you own an aircraft or a drone that it weighs less than 250 grams, but for your own good, if you want to learn more about how to fly, where to fly, things like that, and don't just get it out and fly like some people did. I'm not saying who, but The next thing you need to know is the age limit. If you're over 18, you can get an operator's ID, and if you are over 13, you can get flyer's ID, but not operator's ID. So someone who is 13 years old can get the flyer's ID, can give the test, okay, but the operator's ID must be from their parents, Over 18, you can get both of them either. So the operator's ID is valid for 1 year, so every single year you have to renew it, and the flyer's ID, it lasts for 5, is valid for 5-year video. I'm gonna break down all the things you need to know about the theory test in UK. Holding my shotgun mic, you know why? Because in my previous video I was having so bad audio, my audio was bad, and when I was talking, when my when my mic was like here, my sound was okay, but when I was trying to move and I was doing this and that, you can probably see the difference. But I need to, basically I bought a new arm for microphone, so I will have this one closer to me and I'm not gonna hold it. But again, the sound on my previous video was so bad, I'm telling you. So today I was like, okay, I don't mind, I will have it in my hand, and even if I look like whatever, I don't mind. That's a dead cat, by the way. Not real, but it's a dead cat for shotgun mics. Yeah. So yeah, that's all, folks, about me taking the decision to give the theory test in order to fly safely and responsibly in UK. Yeah, man. Yeah, you can also do the same. You know how? By subscribing right here or there, whatever. Subscribe, like, comment, do it, and you will not regret it if you do it now. In the next 5 seconds, if you just subscribe, like now, like, do it. So if you did it, thank you. If you haven't, still you have time, you know that. So yeah, share it with your friends. If you don't, you may lose the chance of sharing something that's very important out there. If you have friends that are owning little drones, basically if you have friends with big drones, then they definitely have flyer's ID and operator's ID, definitely. But if you have people around you that they own a drone but they've not a clue, like me, that you can give the test and know a few things more, and you're not like an absolute newbie, you can share it with them. That's it. Sharing is caring, and I care for you. I hope you care for me too. I say, have a nice day.